Welcome and welcome back, my dear tarot pals. Did you miss me? Because I definitely did miss you. I have been keeping super busy at my 9 to 5 job. Some of you who follow me on Instagram are pretty updated as to what's going on and why there are lesser videos. I've been super excited to do this reading. Of course, we're going to do how we did it for 2022. We did an extensive love life reading. We've done major events and themes. We've done career focused reading. The rest of 2022, you'll find all these readings in the description box below and in the playlist called Timeless Readings. Today, I'm excited to do something similar, but rather exciting for 2023. We are in September while I'm making this video. So for me, pretty much, I'm already thinking about the next year, what it brings for me. And I'm pretty sure that is the mind space you guys are also getting into. So today we're going to basically do a sneak peek or a peekaboo into what Spirit wants us to know about the year 2023. How we're going to do this is I'm going to pull out 3 different rune cards and we're going to have that as our card options. I also have something super special today by one of you tarot pals. A shout out to Sonal, Paper Surprise 98. She's on Instagram. She sent me some wonderful goodies and I'm excited to use that as an option in today's pick a card reading. Without much ado, if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button and that bell icon, please go ahead and do that. It will make a huge difference for me and a tiny bit of energy exchange for this free reading. With that said, let us look at what does Spirit want us to know for the year 2033. I'm going to struggle a little bit to say this because I'm not used to saying it yet, of course. So a sneak peek, a peekaboo on the year 2023. Ready? Okay. We are going to pull out some runes first, or rather rune cards. So for option 1, I'm not going to reveal that. Let's hold on. That's option 1. Option 2. And I'm going to go with this. Option 3. Let's pull this all together. And, okay. That's 1, 2. And hold on. Okay, 3. So we have our 3 card options here. Before this, let me now reveal the beautiful bookmarks. That's the one I'm using first. So for option number 1, we have this beautiful, beautiful bookmark, again by Paper Surprise. Thank you so much, Sonal. I absolutely love the gesture. That's option 1, and let's leave that here. For option number 2, we're going with this one. That's option 2. Sorry, was getting a call. Quickly went on airplane mode to avoid pausing the video. Okay, that's option number 2. Option 2, let's keep that here. And for option number 3, we're going to go with this one. Okay. So that's option number 3's bookmark. Now let's look at the cards before we go ahead. Okay. So for the first one, we have Hagalaz or Hagalaz. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I've seen it say as Hagalaz in some and Hagalaz in some. So whichever one you want to go with, that's your artwork. Give me a minute. Let me focus it. Hold on. Let me set the camera a little. Okay. So that's option number 1. And your artwork. For option number 2, the rune is Berkana, and that's the artwork. And for option number 3, we have Ansuz, which a cute fortune cookie in it. Okay, that is your artwork 3 or rune 3, whichever one is calling to you with your bookmark. You can of course feel drawn to more than one pile. This is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You can pause the video if you need more time to make your selection, and I'll see you in your individual piles. Hello and welcome those of you who's picked Hagalaz and how we're going to do this today is we are going to first use the astrology deck to look at different aspects of your life. So we're going to look at your professional life first and see what planets, which house shows up for us. That gives us insight into how the year is going to unfold for you. What are some highlights of the year professionally, your career, money, finances, your education. And then we're going to do the same thing for your relationships, your family, your love life. And wrap this up together with some postcard at the end for you from Spirit. Okay, so with that said, let us pull the planet and the house cards here first. So first I want to ask Spirit, what are the key themes or the highlights for pile number 1 for the year 2023 when it comes to their professional and financial life? What planets would be influencing this aspect? What do we need to know? Thank you, Spirit. And I feel like I want to go with this one. And I want to see which house is going to be playing a key role for pile number 1s. Okay? For 2023 professionally. Okay? So we have, wow, Pluto. Okay, now that I have seen your first card and the rune already, I definitely want to bring to your notice, there's clearly a key theme out here of unpredictability, of change, of power. Pluto rules the 8th house. Pluto rules Scorpio. And these could be some key themes which we will, of course, deep dive into right now. Let's look at the other card, which is the 3rd house of communication, learning, local neighborhood, your neighbors, your siblings, the courage that you have, the hard work that you will be demanded for. Okay, and let's set this card out. I think that the light is not letting you see the card. Okay, right? Let me see if I can adjust that and see if this gets any better. Hold on. Okay, this looks slightly cleaner, right? Okay, so let's line this up like this, and I want to see your tarot cards. We're going to be using the Rider-Waite for your career, money, finances, for your professional life, your education, your career. 2023 Spirit, pile number 1. What can we expect for the year 2023 for pile number 1? Thank you. What can we expect for the year 2023 for the professional life for pile number 1? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have 8 of Cups. And hold on. Let's bring this here. Let's set this here. I think now you can see the cards okay, right? Okay. And there you go. Okay. One more card. Professional life, career, money, finances. For pile number, okay, we have 2 cards, we'll take both of them. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands ending your reading. Interesting. Okay, so dear Tarot Pals, those of you who's been a part of this journey already know I would never sugarcoat something just because it makes you feel better, feel good. Because tarot is ideally anyway not to be used as prediction. It's guidance. It's supposed to give you inputs as to what is perhaps going on in your energy space, and thereby help you navigate through what you can expect and how can you get to a better place, right? Never give away your power to a reading, of course. Take what resonates and leave the rest. On that note, let me start telling you about what I see for the year 2023 when it comes to your career, money, finances. The first thing I can notice here is that when the year is ending, so in the end of 2022, there's clearly a certain amount of power struggle. 5 of Pentacles talks about struggles which are easily avoidable. If you notice in this artwork, just hold on, why is my camera switching like that? Okay. If you notice in this artwork of 5 of Pentacles, the church is right there. There's a lot of struggle that they are in. It's cold, it's wintry, but there is help right around the corner, okay? So it feels as if in the year 2022, it hasn't been one of the best year for you when it comes to academic success, professional success, or money. Or for some of you, while you've had successes and you've had things work out for you, it's somehow not bringing you emotional fulfillment, or there's a sense of I need more and I want more and I deserve more power, I deserve more respect. That's the emotional space that you're at as the year 2022 ends, okay? Which is why when the year begins for you, what you're really struggling with is to find your sense of inner power. Pluto rules our 8th house, which is other people's money, certain taboo topics like sex, scandals, also when it comes to how power authorities see us and how we work with them, right? This can also bring up a lot of things related to money or money blockages, which you've perhaps taken from a mother or a father. Or an ancestor who primarily had certain money struggles in life. So I'm not going to beat around the bush and state it as is. The beginning of 2023, at least the first 2 to 3 months, would have a certain amount of financial difficulty unless you're being cautious when it comes to making grounded decisions and planning. If you are sitting in the year 2022 and watching this while I share this, and you're considering if I should just walk away from this job that I'm at, if I should just drop it all and just, go look for something better, or if you're deciding or picking on, should I go ahead and change my profession, I would suggest now is not a good time. Hold on till the second half of 2022 before you take any drastic steps, especially related to your money, your investments, how you deal with your income, how you deal with your bosses, okay? Because the rune itself that you've picked, if you see, talks about storms, natural calamities, things that you don't see coming and they just hit you out of nowhere, okay? That said, I'm not discouraging you, nor are the cards, when it comes to following your intuition and going after something that you really want. The only difference is professionally, financially, instead of dropping something, hot and cold, try to create a balance between what you like to do versus where you are right now and where you want to go, which means listen to your heart, follow your intuition, go after that big dream, but stay grounded and ask yourself, how empowered am I right now? What do I need to learn? Maybe some of you are planning a language course. If you are, 2023 is a brilliant time for that. The third house is ruled by Gemini. So anything related to communication, enhancing your communication skills. Some of you seem to be working in the sector of IT or technology, and while you're very well versed when it comes to the technicalities or the product knowledge, there's somewhere a communication issue here. You're not able to often articulate or eloquently state what you want to, and that has an impact on your money and your financial well-being. 2023 is a year which will tremendously focus on how you communicate, how much hard work you put in. With Pluto and the third house showing up, this clearly means it will also indicate you being pushed to work harder, to be braver, to come into your own power when it comes to any kind of a family business. If you have any kind of a professional network or a community that you've been planning to build with a sibling or a distant cousin, these things are really great. We do have the earth and the fire elements coming together with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands. These are two complementary people coming together to support each other and do some business. The months of September next year, which is 2023, and December would be tremendously financially lucrative for pile number ones, okay? With these two combination, it also tells me here that you need to balance the earth and the fire elements within you. What do I mean by that? Fire is all about action, is about ambition, is about being inspired, is about going after that next big thing and taking the stage and being the leader, while earth is actually doing that hard work. Earth is actually sustaining that day in, day out hustle, if that makes sense, right? And it's very grounded, it's very generous, it likes to share its knowledge. Somewhere at your professional space, at your investments, that is what your energy is being drawn towards, okay? If you are in an artistic or creative field, or if you are an artist yourself, again, the first 6 months of the next year may seem hard, but there is a phoenix rising always with the 8th house energy showing up. You will get help when you seek out help. Next year is a beautiful year for you guys to sign up for any kind of an educational upgrade, okay, like the next higher education, a short course, learning something new, attending webinars. The third house is all about that communication sector again, okay. That is a little peekaboo as to what are the key highlights or what you need to know. Okay, we had the underlying energy of devil, a message here repeatedly showing up for pile number ones, and of course don't take it if it doesn't resonate for you guys. Don't be complacent or overconfident or oversell yourself when it comes to what you think you can do, because somewhere there's an energy in pile number one that you're signing up or you're saying yes or you're overestimating your abilities, which will lead you to unnecessary struggle. So take small steps, take smaller projects, complete it, and then move to the next. Yes, you will get your power. Yes, you will get opportunities to be the leader, to be the center stage. But clearly, the second half of the year is a better time to take risk and to do those crazy things rather than jumping it head on in the first half of the year, okay? I'm going to move towards the part 2, wherein we're going to look at what is the professional and personal side of life. What is the personal and the relationship side of life showing up for you, okay? Just give me a minute. Okay, so same as our first part of this reading, we're going to look at personally, what are the planets that are affecting your romantic life, your family, your relationships, and which house would be the most influential in the year 2023? Thank you, Spirit. For the year 2023 personal life planets, okay? And the house that is of the most importance. If you haven't yet watched the 2022 readings, guys, I strongly feel pile number 1. There's a reading that I've done which talks about the rest of 2022, wherein we've gone month by month. You may want to listen to November, December if you're watching this as I post this, because you'll get some key nuggets of what you should be doing and completing in the year 2022 before 2023 shows up, okay? Let's look at this. So for your planet, we have Mars for your personal life. Okay, and we have, wow, we had Mars there, we have Pluto here. Mars was the traditional ruler of Scorpio, okay? Some of you may have prominent Scorpio. Wow, look at that. I mean, you see the cards come out in front of you. 8th house. We just discussed Pluto and 8th house and Scorpio and that theme of shared resources, taboo, income, controversies, clearly playing out for pile number 1. I'm going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot for relationships and romantic love life. Okay, 8th house Mars is of course talking also about anger issues, impulsive decisions, extreme jealousy or possessiveness or obsessive behavior when it comes to family or your relationship sector. So if it's you who has that tendency or that trait to obsess over someone, to get extremely possessive, extremely you overthink and you keep spying on people, be mindful, it will backfire for you and bring in some unnecessary storms, easily avoidable in the year 2023 pile number 1. So, okay, what is happening for pile number 1 in the personal aspect of life for 2023? Okay, we'll take the 2 that have turned. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. It's clearly a year that will demand a lot of patience. 2023 is also a numeric number of 7, which is the number of spirituality, which is the number of growth, wisdom, understanding. Look at the amount of Scorpio energy here. We have the Tower. Okay. And let's see. Definitely one more card. 2023 highlights that pile 1 needs to know. 2023. Oops, we have too many cards that have fallen. Hold on. Okay, one more shuffle, please. 2023. Can't ignore that the tower's falling here. There's a storm there. It's clearly a year of massive transformation. Wherever you are in life, by the time the year ends, you're clearly going to be at a totally different place. Of course, better or worse is a lot to do with one's personal energies. Okay, we have another card that's fallen, which is the 9 of Swords. And I want to take one more for personal life and relationships. Pile number 1. We have the 5 of Swords. Okay. The first message I'm clearly getting here is that the truth will be revealed for a lot of your relationships, pile number 2. Sorry, I don't know why I said 2. Maybe you were drawn to 1 and 2, so you may want to see 2. There's clearly here an energy of, it's going to be a year wherein in your personal life, as well as your professional life, as we saw, you're questioning your inner power. You're questioning, where am I lacking boundaries and where am I not okay for anybody in my life to overstep them, okay? It is going to be a year which is dramatic. There is no downplaying the energy of the cards that I'm seeing. So yes, it's a year which will have a lot of drama, a lot of fights, a lot of conversations, but at the end of this conversation, there is this sense of liberation. There's a sense of, I'm set free from lies, I'm set free from deceit. 8th house has a lot of shadow energy, right? And there's clearly an energy here that 2023 will bring in your personal life, your friendships, your one-on-one relationships, your spouse, your parents. You're going to have those difficult conversations which perhaps keep you up at night right now, which perhaps make you feel a lot of shame, a lot of guilt. This is clearly a year of massive inner child healing for pile number 1s. This is a year wherein you're going to face your shadows as hard as it gets. You're doing a lot of shadow work and you have the patience that is required with yourself and with those in your life who are really worthy of it, of your time. And there's a breakthrough that you're making. Mars also talks about ambition and sex, right? And with that 8th house energy here, some of you are really ready to explore your sexual fantasies. You're no longer shaming yourself. You're no longer staying awake, burying your self in thoughts, in anguish, in pain. Any of you who have a lot of sexual wounds, Scorpio does rule that energy as well. This is a year which will see you healing through, releasing a lot of these negative energies that typically keep us held back. This pile, I strongly suggest in the year 2023, you need to focus, heal, work with your sacral chakra, work with the color red, work with the color orange. These are the first two chakras of our life. Unless they are stable, nothing strong can be built and created. It literally feels to me as if this is a pile which will pour all its energy. You've done a lot of homework, you've done a lot of research already in what does it mean to do inner child healing, what does it mean to do shadow work, and there's a sudden surge of bravery, a sudden surge of physical strength, emotional strength that you're getting into, which tells you, I'm ready for this. I'm not going to run away from those difficult conversations anymore. I'm not going to run away from the people who make me feel small. I'm going to rather face it and I'm going to give it back. This is a year where if you're somebody who's typically, your relationships have seen you timid, shy, does not express a lot, stays to herself or himself, you are going to surprise a lot of people. Needless to say, with the Mars in 8th house, this also talks about inheritance or getting something in a legacy. So this could be a business, this could be money, this could be sometimes just DNA healing happening in its own place. But again, Mars rules that active energy to go succeed, to be in that masculine energy, to break down toxic relationships. If you are in a relationship which is making you feel drained, unhappy, 2023, whether you like it or you don't, Tower is that energy which comes in and says, I am breaking away everything that you're not ready to let go of, even though you're getting a lot of signs and symbols. And honestly, I don't feel very fearful with this energy. It almost feels like pile ones are the people who are like, Dvitya, I can't tell you how long I've been waiting for this breakthrough, waiting for these difficult conversations to be out of my way, because it feels like as if you guys are choked with certain thoughts and repetitive patterns in your life which you really want to do away with, for better or for worse. Okay, I also strongly recommend for this pile to go travel frequently in 2023. Staying at one place can also build up a lot of stagnant energy. Reading is another thing I strongly recommend you pick up as a habit. If you don't have it yet, keep that as your New Year resolution, and don't wait for 2023 is a message I want to give you guys. If you're watching this in 2023, start here, start now, whether it's audiobooks, whether it's actually a literal book. But this pile really needs to read, needs to upgrade, needs to know something about the world which it doesn't know yet, okay? Mars in the 8th house can also sometimes indicate about gaining through inheritance. Like I said, this could of course mean that those of you who are looking for an arranged marriage situation, you may break away from a relationship that you're in and go in for an arranged marriage setup, and it will work out really good for you when it comes from at least a financial standpoint here. Okay, I'm not getting into too much into it because that's not the point of this reading today. It's a highlight section of 2023, but Oh my, there is power here. Okay, Scorpio is an energy, talks about power, it talks about regeneration, transformation, change, and going from literally 180-degree a U-turn when it comes to certain things that you've been tolerating, that you've seen as a pattern in your family, in your spouse, and you're just like putting your foot down and saying, this is not working out anymore, we need to change this, we need to do something about this, or I really need an out. Okay, and that's a very positive energy for you. I'm really not feeling as if you're feeling very strained. You rather feel very liberated, you feel strong, you develop a sense of self. I'm literally repeatedly hearing that phrase, a sense of self, in your personal life, in your inner world that you're developing, pile number ones. I'm going to bring some zodiac signs here which may be playing a relevant role, and some seasons which will tell us also some seasons and some months which we need to know of overall for the year 2023. If this reading has given you some insights, sounds like the life that you're leading now and progressing towards, do give this reading a thumbs up. And if you've reached this part of this reading, for this pile which is clearly Phoenix rising, I really want you to claim this reading by saying, I know my inner power and I'm ready to live it. This pile is going to develop certain understanding of how strong and powerful you are in the year 2023. Some of you may of course get more interested into occult science, spirituality, reading cards, astrology. Those could be some key themes already set in motion for you guys in the year 2023. So I want you to leave that comment there. I am ready to own my inner power. Okay, let us look at some relevant zodiac signs and seasons for pile number 2. Sorry, pile number 1. I've repeatedly said pile number 2 here. You may want to see pile number 2. Okay, we will of course get you a postcard as well for what spirit needs you to know right now. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3. So 3 zodiac signs. Remember, these are energies. We have Taurus, which is of course end of April to middle of May. We have the zodiac sign Cancer. We have that summer theme playing on here, which is end of June to middle of July. And we have, wow, how could this not show up? Okay, if you're a Scorpio, I really want you to claim this reading because there's something to do with the energy of Scorpio here, okay? This is of course end of October to middle of November or most of November. These are some significant dates and zodiac signs for the year 2023 for you. Let us get you a postcard, and if this reading has helped you gain some insight and plan the rest of the year for you, do give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Okay, let's see. Postcard from Spirit for 2023. What do you want pile number 1s to know? Let's see. Going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. We talked about hard work, if you remember, in your professional life with the 3rd house energy showing up there, and the courage to go after it. Now is the time for you to act, Mars energy, to stir up some energy and put up those plans into action. I love when the cards read so well with the others. There are many windows of opportunity that open but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out to be even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however, much work you're willing to put in. However much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life, so just do it. That was your insight or your peek-a-boo, a sneak peek into the year 2023. It will demand a lot for you, and I'm ready for you to get into your power pile number 1s. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who's picked this beautiful bookmark and the rune Berkana. How we're going to do this reading today is that we're going to look at astrology cards to see the house and the planets which would be most affected. We're going to break this down into your personal and your professional life. So we'll first look at what's going on in your professional life, your career, money, finances, and your academic sector, and then we'll move to your personal life. It's only a sneak peek or a peekaboo. So of course we're going to do much more extensive readings on the year 2023. I'm just curious and excited to see what shows up. Those of you who like to know my pile selection, I've gone with this one. So super excited to see what Spirit wants to tell us about the year 2023. We're going to first look at the professional aspect or career, money, finances for our pile number 2s. I do have some messages coming up already with this rune, but let me first get the cards out for you, okay? Let's see. For pile number 2, what planet would be of significance for pile number 2? Okay, let's see. I feel like I want to go with this. Let's see. We have Saturn. Interesting. Okay. It has a bad rep in some astrologers when it comes to professional life or obstacles, but trust me, Saturn rules foundation, success, discipline. If you have a strong Saturn, there is no planet which can hold you back to achieving material success. And the era that we live in, the Kali Yuga that we live in, Saturn is the daddy planet, as I like to call it. It will give you the taskmaster and it will give you the wisdom that you need. Beautiful energy to show up in a professional reading. Okay, let's see. Career, money, finances. Which house gets affected for you? Which house is the most highlighted? Pile number 2s. Let's go with this. We have the first house. Wow. Identity is clearly highlighted. Okay. Saturn is also a planet linked with your father's energy, and we do have the rune here, which is also, by the way, linked a lot to family. Okay, so some of you in family business, that's just an additional confirmation for you, or if you're planning something to do with your father or a parent figure or somebody in authority, this is a very positive message showing up. Okay, let's see, one more shuffle. We're going to be using the classic Rider-Waite's Tarot to look at what Spirit wants us to know as a highlight or a sneak peek of 2023 for your career, money, finances. Pile number 2. Career, money, finances. What's happening for pile number 2? One more shuffle. Spirit, what's happening for pile number? Okay, we have the first card out. Hermit. Okay, wisdom is a repeated word here. If some of you are planning a spiritual business, this is going to be a tremendously beneficial year, by the way. For that, we have a lot of daddy energy, power energy. Hermit rules, of course, Virgo. Okay. We have the second card, which is 6 of Pentacles. Do you see a theme of past? Sorry, 6 of Cups. Those of you who understand tarot, I'm sure you can see the pattern of past showing up, okay? In the sense of heritage, legacy. That's the energy repeatedly showing up for your professional life. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. And I'm going to take one more card. Strong earth signs energy here, of course, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which clearly tells me the months of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, April, end to mid of May, end of August to pretty much entire September, and then December would be of relevance when it comes to your professional and your financial life in the year 2023. One more card, Spirit, with the King of Pentacles and Saturn showing up together professionally. Oh my God. If you understand tarot, we can already see the gifts here. Okay, one more card. Thank you. Professional and financial aspect for the year 2023 for pile number 2. Okay, feels like this one wants to come out, right? We'll take it. 2 of Wands. Okay. And your underlying energy is the Ace of Swords. Brilliant. Who's excited? Who's picked this? Because I am. Okay. Let's look at what is it that the year 2023 wants to tell you as a highlight or a sneak peek for the year 2000 for your professional life. Okay, let's start talking. First of all, okay, so many messages, so I'm trying to cover everybody because it's a general reading, of course. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you are in any kind of a academic or professional space where your family business, your father figure plays an important role, this is a tremendously beneficial year for you, especially when it comes to gaining the right kind of wisdom and then using it to get into your own identity. Okay, let's say your father has been a doctor and you're also a doctor. You will pick up certain habits understandings of the trade, know-hows of the business, which he or your grandfather or your father's father also had, and yet you will learn how to apply it without losing your own identity. Okay, first house Saturn is also always talking about your questioning. It's also a year clearly across the spectrum when you would be very cautious. Saturn by nature will always make a person very cautious, so you're not going to be giving all your money in the in one particular investment, which you anyway shouldn't. You're going to be very balanced as an individual when it comes to your investments. You're going to read the finer lines. You're going to be a person who learns to hold back information until it is really ready. Hermit holds a lot of wisdom. The King of Pentacles holds a lot of generosity, and it's a very, very grounded energy. You cannot have better spread of cards when it comes to professional and financial aspects than these, okay? Because it feels like you also have a very trusted advisor or a guide or a friend or somebody who really guides you through how to achieve. This is the card of what I like to call it as the Alexander's card. Okay, this guy has huge visions. So if you're watching this in 2022 while I post this, the first thing I want you to do is ask yourself, what goals do you have for the year 2023 as an individual as well as as a professional? Okay, because and then write it down, make a vision board. If you had made a vision board some years ago, especially 2 years ago, I want you to go back and look at it and tell me what has really changed. Because there is a key theme here of the ability to achieve something on your own. I don't see, while I did say that you have advisors and I did say you're going to gain from a family business, this is equally a year when you're on your own. Okay, Hermit is a card of solitude. He needs to go away, think through, and learn from his own experience in order to share it with other people. Okay, you could be playing the Hermit's role or the Saturnian role to other people as well. This is clearly a year where your leadership qualities, where getting an opportunity to lead, getting an opportunity to be the solid ground on which other people can rely on is strongly indicated. If you're a female who's watching this and trying to do a family business, again, a big thumbs up, go for it. There's something as a child which you were clearly good at or you enjoyed doing, and if you've been tossing, getting that into a source of income, 2023 gives you a big thumbs up for it. It's not going to just start giving you flying colors money or profit in the first year itself, but this year will demand also a certain amount of resilience, patience, hard work, because earth signs don't move fast and we have tremendous earth energy here. Okay, any of you who are related or working in anything related to farming or land or agriculture or real estate, again a tremendously beneficial year. This year, I want you to stop listening to the market trends. If you are in that if you are in those sector, I want you to stop listening to the LinkedIn Gyan gurus. Instead, what the cards reveal here is go inwards, learn from your own journey, learn from what is working for you. You will have clarity, you will have the ability to see through certain things which others are not seeing in your workplace or in your industry. So, while it's great for this pile number 2s, to introspect and learn from these advisors and mentors, don't lose your own voice, okay? Because this card, the Berkana, the rune, always talks about inspired action. So you do have certain inspiration. You can grow something on your own merit. Never forget it and don't question yourself. See, the Saturn in the first house can make people sometimes have a lot of self-doubt, okay? While caution is great, there's a difference in being cautious versus doubting your own power, doubting your own strength and your own energy. The only caution or the guidance here I want to give you is believe in your ability and stop being your worst critic. Okay, because Virgos do have a tendency to over criticize themselves. Make sure that your inner dialogue with yourself is positive, is uplifting, and you're focusing on that. Okay, if you could perhaps do some sort of a puja or a ceremony or a ritual to seek the peace or guidance for or peace of your ancestors, or thank your ancestors, or sometimes just literally set up an altar and thank your ancestors. This year, helping the elderly will bring you tremendous financial clearing and financial benefits. Saturn loves people who are focused on philanthropy, especially related to elderly people, especially related to people who have disabilities, as in physical disabilities. If you could do something for that segment of the society, you will get Saturn's blessings and a lot of karmic clearing will happen. Some of you, of course, could be going through a Saturn return in the year 2023, and that's the energy which comes up. Saturn return happens from the age 27 to 30 plus minus 1 year, and 57 to 60 again. Okay, this is a time when you usually go back. Saturn gives you a harder time because it's trying to get you to understand your core identity, your core responsibility, your vision of why you've come into this world, and then take it ahead from them. Okay, so it's clearly a year of gifts and gifting and legacy and growing from your own wisdom. There's a lot of promotion and energy that I definitely do see here. So wherever you are, your rank is rising, your social status is rising, and you're getting the due respect. If you are somebody who loves to travel and travel for work, that is also highly indicated with the Two of Wands. It talks about covering that expansion of horizons. Okay, if you are somebody who's any kind of a business which is you're planning a expansion in the year 2023, this is again a solid thumbs up. Again, I would say stick to the earth months because those are clearly better months for you. April, September, December, or May, end of July, end of December, those are some strong indications in the chart for you. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm pausing in between because I'm trying to see if I'm missing out on any message that I really want to give you guys. I think I did cover about real estate and ancestral property. There's a strong significance here when it comes to money coming in from there, or you may be buying a house and you've had a long vision about it. Some of you may be buying a house near the mountains. And that's a message coming up for you in the year 2023. Those were some generic insights or peekaboo when it comes to your professional life, pile number 2s. I'm going to move towards your personal life now, your relationships, your family, and your closest one-on-ones. What planet is ruling this for 2023? What does Spirit want us to know? So for your personal life, pile number 2s, what does Spirit want us to know for your personal life? I'm going to give it one more wood shuffle. Hold on. Somehow I feel like I'm going to give it a different kind of a shuffle for pile 2s. Okay? Okay. Personal life, which planet is ruling? For pile 1s, I don't know if I said that. If you are in your Saturn Mahadasha, do check what planets are aspecting, because Saturn Mahadasha will, I just crossed it and I know it gave me a lot of blessings when it comes to professional growth. So if you are somebody who's going to cross that, do the Saturn remedies. There's not a generic remedy for it. Each person's birth chart will determine what kind of a remedy will work for them. So that's another note on your professional aspect. Okay, personally, which planet do we need to know about, or which is one influencing the personal life? Wow, we have, this is called Vesta, and it's literally called the spiritual sun. Okay, while the sun rules the sun, the solar system sun, and it is a lot to do with our ego, our personality, our identity. Vesta is the spiritual sun or the spiritual goddess. Okay, your sacred space within. Wow, look at that. The underlying energy here again is Saturn, and I'm going to look at the house card. Okay, one of your gifts of the year 2023, because Berkana does talk about gifts and family, you're getting connected to somebody who has very close spiritual belief systems as yours, okay, or as your family members, okay, or you as a family may be taking a lot of pilgrimage, attending a lot of spiritual functions, and that is a key theme for the year 2023. Okay, let's see which house. Okay, this one literally fell off. We'll take it. The 5th house. Okay, I did that because 5th house is the house of romance. It's the house of our playfulness. It's the house of our joy, pleasures, creating things, and creativity. We have spirituality, creativity, romance already showing up in the personal aspect of life. It's a blessed year, pile 2s. There's no softening it. Okay, pile 1 had an intense energy and I gave them as it is. Pile 2 clearly has a much softer year coming up for you guys. Let's use the everyday witch and see the tarot cards that show up for you. What can pile number 2s expect as highlights here of the year 2023? What are the key events for their personal life, Spirit? Thank you. One more shuffle. What is the personal life of pile number 2 is looking like? Give me one more shuffle. Personal life. Okay, we have first card out, which is the Page of Cups. Can you see the amount of childishness, creativity, inner joy as a theme coming up for you? Okay, creation. Some of you may of course be expecting a baby or your family is growing. Okay, we have the second card out, which is, wow, we have the King of Pentacles twice in this reading, guys. Some of you may be finding a workplace romance, or you meet someone through work if you're single in the year 2023. That is romance literally screaming. We saw King of Pentacles in your professional life as well. Okay, one more card. We'll actually take 2. Personal life. Okay, we have 3 of Pentacles. Yep, that energy is repeatedly showing up for you, collaborating with someone, working with someone professionally, which I mean, if you're married, it could be just somebody that they become almost like a family to you. But the 3 of Pentacles to King of Pentacles is strong workplace romance. Okay, let's see, one more card. Thank you, Spirit. One more card. Personal life, what can we expect in the year 2023? Seems like things are. Okay, one more card, please. 2023 highlight for your personal life. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. Okay, and the Temperance as the underlying energy. Okay, first of all, personally or spiritually, this pile has a lot of spiritual energy for some reason showing up. Why am I not surprised? I've picked this pile. Okay, you're going to be very focused on your spiritual center, okay, which means that you're going to be focused on activities, people who are connected to your faith, who make you feel like they are a part of your soul family. You belong together. You're going to do some research on your forefathers, some of you may be trying to learn things around Akashic records, basically just deep diving into people who you connect with, people who seem like you, and people who are really connected at a soul level and not superficial friendships or superficial relatives, or basically spending time with people you like being around. Okay, it's also talking about artistic creativity, of course. Page of Cups to the 5th house talks about if you're dancing, singing, painting. It doesn't have to be something to earn money, because see, it didn't show up in your professional life, right? It is something that you do just to bring you joy, just to bring yourself happiness, just to release a lot of inner child wounds and work around them. Make space for creativity, and you will in the year 2023. Yoga, creativity, taking out time for just a walk in the garden, painting, laughing. Some of you can literally sign up for laughter yoga, and it will do tremendously great wonders for your health and your prosperity overall. Okay, with the King of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles showing up, I'm not sure if you guys can hear a construction sound above me. I'm sorry, I can't help that. My next door neighbor is building a wall. Okay, all right. Don't allow, I missed a message, but we'll come back to it. Don't allow your fears, okay, to keep you at a place which is not true for your relationships, which means when the time is right in the year 2023, be ready to move forward and be childlike happy when that day arrives. So there seems to be as if a lot of good things are happening around you. You do have a lot of collaborative energy. You do have a lot of complementary skill sets, people coming together to create something, to build something. But there's a sense of inner fear. There's a sense of overthinking things for just the heck of it. Be mindful of that, accept it, and release yourself from anything that holds your intuition back. This is a pile I strongly recommend to go out into the forest and especially into the mountains in the year 2023. So plan vacations, plan outings which may take you back to the forest. Okay, King of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. If you're a couple or a married couple, this means this is a year which will give you opportunities to come together, work together, understand each other, and faith will play an important role when it comes to bringing yourself together. So maybe you want to plan in the year 2023 some pilgrimage, some sort of a spiritual activity that you do together. You pray together in the morning. Anything which brings you guys together to work on something will be beautiful. Okay. And like I already covered, workplace romance is strongly indicated. If that's not your cup of tea, or you're not somebody who's into workplace romance, you may be working and somebody notices you. There's a significant age gap here. King of Pentacles is typically a maturer person, so 40 or 40 plus, or at least definitely 37 above. This person has abundance, this person has wealth. So as a couple as well, or as a family as well, there's clearly wealth and abundance and security and stability growing, which increases the romance in your life, which increases the joy in your life. Okay, there is an active masculine and feminine balance being referred to with the Temperance energy. Wow, we have Justice there showing up. We have Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some strong energies reflected. Fifth house is ruled by Leo, so that could be another significant zodiac sign or seasons for you. If, like I said, this is also a year wherein you would be focused on pets and children. So 2023, personally, your pets and children will bring you a lot of joy. If you've been waiting to be a mother, faith gets you to be one. Okay, I am going to move towards some zodiac signs of significance that you need to know of for the year 2023. Will also give us some timelines and important months. This combination also tells me about you're going to enjoy, or you're going to start enjoying certain spiritual activities. If so far it's just felt like a task to do, or something that you do out of duty, you're going to really start cherishing your time with the divine. Okay, let's look at some zodiac signs and then we'll move to a postcard message for you guys. If you've loved this reading, this file has clearly a strong King of Pentacles energy. So I want you to leave me a plant, which is what I always think of, or rather a tree, in the emoji section that tells me that you've picked pile number 2. If you haven't yet watched the rest of 2022 reading, it is in the description box below. Click on it, because I'm pretty sure you'd like to know what happens before you step into this year of 2023. Okay, let's look at some significant zodiac signs and seasons for pile number 2 as a peekaboo or a highlight for the year 2023. Let's see. 1, 2, and let's go with 3. So we have Leo. This is end of July to mid of August. Aries, wow, strong fire sign energies here now. This is end of March to middle of April. These could be, of course, your sun sign, people you know their sun, moon, or rising, or some significant signs. Okay, we have Virgo, which is end of August to pretty much whole of September. Those were some significant zodiac signs. Let us get you a postcard, pile number 2s, for the year 2023. What does Spirit want us to know? I loved my messages and I'm definitely claiming this energy. Hope you're claiming yours too with that tree emoji. And if you've liked this reading, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. It will mean the world to me. Okay, I feel like I want to take this one. This little child here. Okay. Do you feel like you need to do all the work and you need to fix everything for everyone, or you might have no value? Maybe you need to maybe you think you need to control everything, or else nothing will get done, be healed, or be completed, etc. Okay, this is fun. You know what? I missed out on giving a message related to King of Pentacles, and it almost feels like the postcard came out and said, hey, you need to see this. While there's a lot of energy in both your personal and your professional life, with earth signs, remember there's a nemesis that this energy holds. That means that they can't delegate. So if you're somebody who's always trying to do everything yourself, please do delegate in the year 2023. Okay, you may think you need to conform to what others expect of you, or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome, but we don't think that would be a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set that boundary. Delegate responsibility to another. Yep, that's the energy was catching on. Ask for your needs to be met, and when faced with an impossible situation or sticky enmesh relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it, I can't control it, and it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work beautifully and honestly in the end. Love you so much. Not your monkey, not your circus. Something all these three zodiac signs struggle with. I hope you've enjoyed this peekaboo into 2023. Wish you guys nothing but a fantastic Sunday if you're watching this when I post this. And I will see you in your next reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who's picked pile number 3. Ansuz, which of course literally transfers into answers, and she's literally opening a fortune cookie. This card also makes me often think about the Chinese New Year, which is February, which could be of significance to you. We are going to look at today a peekaboo or highlights only for the year 2023. We'll of course do extensive readings once we get closer to the year. If you haven't yet seen the Timeless Readings playlist, I strongly suggest you go watch that. And before we continue, hit that subscribe button because it will help me tremendously. Okay, how we're going to do this is I'm going to break this reading into 2 parts, professional and personal. Okay, so first we're going to look at the planet and the house, which is going to be significantly highlighted for the year 2023 for your professional life. We'll get some Rider-Waite tarot for it. We'll then move towards your personal life, get some zodiac signs as well, and wrap up this reading with a postcard. So grab your beverage and let's see what peekaboo. Wow, that came up quick. We have Mars for your professional life. A wonderful card, by the way, for professionally because it rules ambition. It rules drive, it rules passion. Let's look at the house, which is getting highlighted for your professional life, your career, money, finances in the year 2023. Okay, 1 second. Feels like I want to go with this one. Okay. We have, wow, pile 3s. This is beautiful. Okay, 10th house rules reputation, profession sometimes. It rules our how we are seen at our workplace as well. Okay, wow. All right, I'm going to move towards your Rider-Waite card while I'm already getting some channel messages. We're going to wait for the tarot before I start telling you what professionally 2023 holds for you. One more shuffle, thank you. 2023 professional life of pile number 3s. Career, money, okay. We have 3 cards out. So we have Ace of Wands, talks about new beginning, again has that fiery energy. The Page of Wands, be clearly ambitious in the year 2023. We have the 10 of Cups, of course. And I want to take one more card. Professional life, pile number 3s. Professional life for pile number 3s. Okay. We have the High Priestess. Okay. High Priestess is ruled by Scorpio, which is again traditionally ruled by Mars, by the way. Let's see. The underlying energy is the Knight of Swords. Wow, what an energy. Okay. Some of you who picked this pile are really young. By young, I mean that you are 25 and below. And for the rest of you, it clearly is a time of your life wherein you are ready to be adventurous, to get out of your comfort zone and to demand more from life. Kudos to that and congratulations to you because that's where growth begins. Okay, 2023 is a year for you financially and professionally where you're going to be seen. Now for better or for worse, Mars in the 10th house of course means victory in certain battles. When it comes to getting it your way, when it comes to let's say you want to launch a project or you want to do something at your workplace or you want to pick up a profession, yes, things will go your way. That is definitely confirmed. The answers that you've been hoping for will come your way. The only word of caution with Mars in 10th house is often over aggressiveness, which then somehow tends to lead with people don't want to work with you. You're seen as somebody who's extremely abrasive, or you become too rigid, or you just talk and you don't listen. But if you can just be mindful of that energy in your professional space of not getting hyper aggressive, This is a wonderful energy when it comes to any kind of a physical stamina related work as well. So covering a lot of ground, traveling, if you're a field executive, if you're a sportsman, these are some brilliant combinations for those professions, okay? With the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands, it clearly tells me 2023, you could also be starting a new venture, especially a passion project that you've been tossing your idea around. If you are somebody who's been thinking about starting a travel blog, this can really work out for you, or anything related to social media, okay? Anything which brings you a lot of contentment, joy, fulfillment when it comes to your passion. Okay, so your passion could be photography, your passion could be singing, dancing, whatever your passion is, try to do something around it. Okay, some of you could be trying to get into a philanthropic project related to, or it may come your way, related to children, okay, or families, or helping underprivileged families. There is an answer that you've been seeking from the divine for quite a few years now. Should I do this? Should I not do this? Is this my road? Is this not my road? You're going to get that intuitive response and that intuitive answer. Okay, if you do have a Scorpio in your life significantly present in your professional atmosphere, this is a person who will bring you a lot of success and a lot of guidance with that High Priestess energy showing up there. If you are somebody who's planning a kind of a spiritual career, you want to read tarot, you want to sell crystals, this is a wonderful year to start that business. Take it slow though, don't put all your money or all your capital in the very first go, okay? Be very mindful also of being seen as someone who's hyper impulsive, okay, at your workspace. Personally, that would not do you a lot of harm, but it almost feels like I'm driven to give you that sense of caution. Don't be somebody who's too moody, who picks up projects and then can't close on them, because Mars in 10th house can often pick up more than they are ready to deliver and commit on, and then they kind of start faltering around it, okay? So don't burn out yourself either, because you just promise that you're going to do this and that, and then you just end up completing nothing. Take it slow, take it easy, but needless to say, with the 10 of Cups and the Mars energy showing up, as a family, as a social status, as where you are in the year 2022, by the time 2024 arrives, you're clearly at a better place. Your social status and your achievements have been tremendously high in the year 2023, by the time 2024 arrives, okay? There could be younger people who are also trying to work with you, or you're being pushed to. So younger doesn't have to mean just children or college kids or something like that. Younger could be that they are younger to you by age, and you have a team which you lead, which thereby, you know, gives you a lot of passion. You're more energetic. They're demanding a lot of time and energy out of you, of course, but they keep you in that adventurous, on your toe, on your feet kind of an energy, okay? If you're somebody who's a radio jockey, a singer, something related to your voice or your throat, this is a wonderful year to not only learn new things, but also come into that limelight, take that stage, show up for those shows and concerts and opportunities that you get. This year will get you a lot of money from that aspect as well, okay? Careful and be mindful of your reputation at work being tarnished by a, how do I explain it? Like, there's repeatedly an energy here which tells me that don't be seen as somebody who's childish, or don't take the message, of course, if it's not you. But if you're somebody who's flirting at work, or who's seen, I don't know how to explain this. What I'm trying to say is, for your professional space, this is a year where you're better off seen as somebody mature, grounded, holding your ground, but yes, of course, adventurous, inspired, motivated, all of that is fine. Just don't be frivolous or childish or impulsive, okay? There's a difference in both those energies, right? And that's a key message that repeatedly comes back for me. Any kind of a business that you want to start with a family member would be super beneficial for you, pile threes. So don't even think twice about it. Go for it, and it will work out beautifully well for you. Like I said, there is a strong Scorpio energy here. If you were drawn or confused between 1 and 3, there is perhaps a message for you in 1, especially the professional part of it. So you may want to go watch that. We do have the fire signs here as well, which is Aries, Leo and Taurus. Sorry, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Not sure why I said Taurus. I'm going to move towards your personal side of the life and see what messages show up for you. Let me just make sure I gave you everything that I wanted to state as a peekaboo or a highlight. As I said, we're going to do much more extensive readings as we get closer. Some of you may actually get an offer from a overseas client. You know, you don't have to actually travel to them, but they give you an offer from an MNC, from somebody who's not geographically based in your city or your country, and you will get an opportunity like that as well. Okay, let's move towards what is the personal life highlights for pile number 3. What do you need to know? Which planets will be governing and what energies are present for your personal life in the year 2023 for pile number 3. Okay. Personal life, relationships, love, family, what is happening for you guys there? One more shuffle, thank you, Spirit. Okay, looks like I want to go with this. We have Neptune, a dreamy energy here. Okay, fantasies and yearnings and dream world. I like that. Okay, house cards. Okay, which house is strongly reflected for pile number 3s in the year 2023 when it comes to their personal life? Let's go with this one. We have the 4th house. Interesting. Let's get the Everyday Witch Tarot to see what Tarot wants to tell us for the year 2023 for you guys. What can we expect as key highlights for the year 2023 for pile number 3? Thank you. Key highlights for the year 2023. Key highlights for personal life for the year 2023. What do they need to know? Spirit, thank you. I'm going to take 4 cards. Okay, too many here, so I'm putting them back, but we'll see the first 2. So we have 8 of Cups. Okay, now this is like a repeated message. You may want to watch pile 1. Pile number 3s, I'm just getting that energy and that connection again and again. There's a message for you in pile 1. Okay, Queen of Wands, lovely. Okay, 2 more cards. Personal life, what can we expect? 6 of Pentacles. And we have 10 of Wands. Okay. The underlying energy is the Page of Pentacles. Okay. First of all, with the 4th house showing up, clearly there's a lot of focus on your family, your roots. 4th house talks about our roots. It's of course also including of our health and our physical body, but I'll get to that in a minute. Neptune rules fantasies, our dream world. The 12th house, it rules the Pisces energy, rules spirituality, rules our connection to the other realm and the other world. Okay. Personally and spiritually, you're clearly getting focused on the year 2023 when it comes to how does divine speak to me. If you've not yet ever kept a dream journal, I've been literally a broken record on this channel sometimes, I feel, telling some of you to surely keep a dream journal. Note down your dreams, at least keep a voice recorder, because there is a lot of intuitive messages that you're going to be channeling through your dreams, through the meditative states. Okay, 2023, you're going to be clearly getting curious to explore a lot about these other realms. Some of you have heard things like star seeds, or you've heard things like Akashic records, and you don't know what they typically mean, and there's going to be an innate curiosity to understand more deeply about this. Okay, when it comes to your home, there's clearly a energy here that tells I'm not going to do all the work alone anymore. Okay, Six of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands talks about you want help and you want it now, and thankfully you're getting it, which means that if you're somebody who's a homemaker and who's typically felt like I'm doing all the work at the home, I'm the one who's bearing the brunt, nobody really helps me, that is changing in the year 2023. Some of you could literally be getting a house help, and getting more help around your house is clearly seen. Okay, be very mindful though. I have two messages here related to home. Number one, if you've been wanting a home loan, it will get through. You will get that clearance with that Six of Pentacles and the fourth house energy showing up. Any kind of a bank work, paperwork, loan sanction will work out for you beautifully in the year 2023. But be mindful that you're not taking more than you can handle. So don't overburden yourself with, let's say you were happy with a 50 lakhs house, but you just thought like, hey, it's on EMI, I'm going to get the loan, so let me just go with a 71. That's just overburdening yourself because you're not being realistic, and you're in your fantasy world, in your dreamland as to how you're going to manage your finances around it. Okay, personally speaking, there's clearly a glow up, especially around August for pile number 3s. When it comes to how you're looking, you're feeling better, you're losing weight, you're clearly focusing on how you feel in your body, and there's an immediate uplift or a glow up when it, I'm sorry, something to do with the throat chakra, almost can't speak. When it comes to how you feel in your body. Okay, moving to relationships and family. Okay, sorry, so many messages around family here. Fourth house also talks about our relationship with our mother. So if you're somebody who's had troubled relationship with the mother and it's almost at a breaking point, there is relief coming for you. At the same time, if you're someone who's ignoring certain triggers around your family, those would be unavoidable in the year 2023. So that's just a heads up. As I said, some of you could be buying a house, a dream house literally, but be mindful that you're not overextending yourself and you're sharing the load with your family members. Seek help because you will get help, but don't try to do it all on your own. Pisces has that martyr syndrome, as they call it. So they want to do it all and then they want to crib about it and they want to get upset about that nobody is helping them. Be mindful of that energy creating bitterness or unnecessary delusions about where you're going personally at your space. Okay, with the Eight of Cups showing up here, some of you could be moving away from your home or your family for a while as well. Could be traveling abroad, getting to your own independent space, learning how to live on your own, learning what makes you you. And if you're somebody who's at that age or at that space in life wherein I want to discover who I am, listen to that intuition, travel light, and you will get opportunities to come into your own power, and you'll have help around you to work around this, because it can be a difficult thing to move out of your house. Of course, for the first time you will have help and you will have support financially and otherwise from your spirit guides to navigate through this change. Okay, when it comes to your romantic relationships, some of you are clearly leaving behind a relationship that is not emotionally keeping you content, and you're learning your own power. You're learning to come into who you truly are. You want equal give and take and reciprocity. You're no longer ready to take the burden, and it's okay for you to wait for the better one to come up. Honestly, 2023, romantically speaking, I don't see a lot happening except for those who are already married. So if you're already married, there's clearly a significant cementing happening when it comes to your grounding of the relationship. Okay, you are going to be better couples when it comes to, so if you're married or you are with someone significant and you're about to get married, this is a spread that tells me that you're going to get more grounded, more real with each other, reciprocate the energies of each other, and learn to respect each other for who they are, which leads to more harmony at the home. Okay, but if you are kind of single, you're in a complicated relationship, or you are just started dating someone and you're trying to understand how does the next year unfold for you, I feel like it's a year more about you than about your romantic relationships. 2023. Okay, it's a year wherein, while of course you'll be very dreamy and you'll have those highs of that was a great date, that was a great person, that was such a hair-raising spiritual relationship or a moment that you had with someone, but it almost feels like this is a year where you're more focused on how do I feel about myself. Okay, it's not like self-love overpowers everything else, and that's not what I'm trying to say, but it doesn't give me a spread which tells me like, yes, you're very focused on your relationship sector. What you are definitely doing is walking away from anything that gives you a lot of burden, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety as a relationship energy, and kudos to that. You're getting to a place wherein you know your worth and you will give back as much as you get back from the other person. If you are at that brink of a relationship segment when you're planning to move in with someone, the 4th house energy can represent a live-in happening for you if you're already in a relationship in the year 2022 while you're watching this, okay? Singles, I strongly feel while you will have a lot of suitors, you may not actually find the one, quote unquote, in the year 2023. This year seems more focused on your health, on your wealth, on your family equation, on the peace that you hold in your home, on the confidence that you feel in your relationships, and then it perhaps moves towards your romantic relationships, okay? I'm going to move towards taking some significant zodiac signs or timelines which we need to know of in the year 2023. As I said, this was a peekaboo reading, so of course we're going to do much extensive ones as we get closer to the year 2023. If this sounds like your life or where it's heading, do give me a thumbs up. And because of the heavy Neptunian energy that I've clearly seen in your reading, and that fish, which literally is the symbol of Neptune, I want you to leave me a fish emoji here. 2023 clearly does have a lot of financial abundance for pile number 3s, that's for sure, with the amount of repeated message of abundance literally showing up, prosperity showing up for you. So leave me a fish emoji and claim this reading. If you've liked this reading, I hope you've chosen to subscribe and become a tarot pal already. Let us look at which zodiac signs or energies or months will be significant for pile number 3. We will then look at a postcard for you. Let's see. Okay, and one more please. Thank you. Seems like this one wants to come out. We'll take it. We have Taurus, which is April end to mid-May. I think all 3 piles had this, so clearly April is a significant time. I love how Spirit speaks. You saw how this worked, right? We talked about Pisces throughout your energy, throughout your reading. We have Pisces here, which is end of February, which we talked about as well, and mid-March. And we have Cancer, which is end of June to pretty much whole of July. Those are the 3 significant timelines or zodiac signs for you. I want to get you guys a postcard before we wrap this up. And I hope you've claimed this with that fish emoji. That's like a double confirmation here now. Okay. Let's see. I want to go with this and see what shows up. Human beings. Okay, here is sleep and Pisces. Here you go. Human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind you forget that you are spiritual. We talked about spirituality being a key theme with that Neptune energy, right? Spiritual immortal being taking on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this going on, but you sure can feel it. We are here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in your spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. This also brings me, Pisces also talks about that greater good and that collective energy. You may not truly understand in the year 2022 the power of unity consciousness or the concept of it. I suggest you deep dive and do your research, because 2023 will get you closer to this concept. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind, in alignment with divine intelligence, is unstoppable. The world is yours to create, to co-create. You're so loved and we are all behind you. I absolutely loved doing this peekaboo for you, pile number 3s. Clearly a supercharged spiritual year ahead for you. I wish you guys a lot of love as always, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care. Bye-bye.